Hi everyone, I'm here with a retail legend, Camilla Henriksson, who has worked not less than 3 decades in the retail business.
My name is Camilla Henriksson and I'm Global Head of Customer Experience at H&M Lifestyle Brands.
Camilla, you have the coolest retail job on the planet. So happy to be not at my home, but at your home, H&M Home, one of the retail brands that you look after.
Exactly, yeah, it's been a fantastic journey. I still have a lot of fun. I still have a lot to do. So I'm really enjoying this part of the journey and super proud of H&M Home and the store experience that we have created. First in Sweden, then opening up a lot of stores in Europe and
all over the world.
All over the world, exactly. So that has been also a fantastic training and school for me to meet culture and to meet other people and to really learn the profession from the base and from the foundation, what's important for the customer.
What is it that you love the most about retail?
I love the nerve with it, and it's so fascinating to meet the customers that close. I think that now when everything is becoming more and more digital, of course you can interact with customers, they can give you comments, but you don't get that kind of human connection as you do with retail and in stores.
And have you seen that change over the last couple of years?
Absolutely. I think that the last years the whole retail is becoming more and more digital, of course, and the last year with the pandemic has, of course, made this development even faster.
And I know also that you're very passionate about empowering employees. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, absolutely. I think it goes back a little bit from also when I started, because when I was working in the store, the commercial decisions was really in the store. And I think we need to push especially the commercial decisions closer to the sales advisors and the store managers, so that they can also adapt and that they can talk to the customer and see to customers' needs. I don't think that we can do that far away centrally. I think that has to be in the store.
From the headquarters?
It's hard, it's hard, especially when you are present in 60 plus markets. I think that those decisions would empower the staff much more, also to be able to feel that they have the responsibility and the accountability in the store to actually be able to act on things. If it's like today, a beautiful spring weather, what can this store do about that? And I mean, to be relevant today, I think that you have to be faster in changing.
Yeah. And a lot of people talk about this, but how do you actually do it? How do you actually make it happen?
I think it's just by doing that all the time and to also talk to the stores, to be close to the stores, and actually as a leader also feel that you are secure in letting control, and to also show by acting that the stores are important, being curious, visiting stores, talk to stores, talk to country managers, regional managers, to really be curious for true. I mean, that you want to know what their challenges are.
And if we talk a little bit about digital transformation and e-commerce versus physical retail stores, what's your reflection there?
I think it's super exciting because I think it's also for us as retailers to have a responsibility to answer up to what customers want. And if customers want to have a customer journey that is more seamless, that they can actually use the phone if they are in the store or if they are on the bus or at their house, and they want to buy things there or they want to get inspiration there and buy in store, we should just make it possible for them. So I think that the digital transformation is making that more and more possible, which I really embrace, because I think that makes the whole experience perhaps also as a bigger experience, because of course digitally you can't do everything and physically you can't do everything, but in a combination and in a harmony and symbiosis you can get a fuller experience.
And the challenge is of course that customers, they have totally new demands now than they had before.
Yes.
And we need to work with sometimes less staff and they need to do different things than they did before. So that's of course a challenge. How do you tackle that?
I mean, I think that that's also by empowering the staff. I think that many working as a sales advisor or store manager, they really enjoy the technical part of it and the digital part. I think that that is something that is actually they can sometimes be better at by using these tools. And if we can make it easier for them, and especially I think if we talk about how we can have tech and analog in a harmony, I think that if we can simplify some of the more routine tasks in the store, we can have more time with the customer. When they actually enter the store, we can help them. That is a win-win for everyone.
So it's pretty much using digital tools to empower the staff to build better relationships with the customers.
Yeah, right. And to take away some of the pain points that maybe back in the days when I worked in the store, it took a lot of time. You had to do a lot of things manually. If we now can simplify those things and actually give more time for the sales advisors to spend that with the customers, that is what most of them really love, to be able to give that service. We can see that a lot of customers, they are really curious and they want to have the interaction when they come to the store. I have this kind of sofa at home. What kind of pillows do you think I should have? I have this kind of coffee table. I want to have a vase. What do you suggest? And to have those kind of talks with the customers, that's something that really builds relationships.
Yes. So what would you say would be the main pain points for customers?
Today I would say that the main pain point, if we talk about stores, I still think that when you are in a hurry and you are really looking for something specific, you know what you want, where is it, how can I find it, and then to be able to find it and then to pay and get out and continue. Because a lot of customers has short time, and then the convenience that you can have online, how can we reflect that in store is still a pain point and a challenge. But then of course we also have customers that can have different needs different days or during different circumstances. The same customer maybe comes in one day very sure on what she or he should have with a new tablecloth or napkins perhaps. Next day it's more browsing during lunch hour, want to be inspired, start to plan maybe how you should redecorate your house. So with the store we have the possibility to do both, but definitely to have that convenience is still one of the pain points that we have to work with actively.
Is it fair to say that there's a new role for retail staff?
I would say so, definitely. I think that both by having more digital tools to actually enable people or the staff to be closer to the customer is also giving a lot of possibilities for the staff. Because I think that the new role for sales advisors in the future or already now is much more to be that kind of friend and help in the physical world that can perhaps be difficult to get in the digital world. So I think that's a really an exciting role that still the stores can have and the sales advisors.
Can we talk a little bit about overall trends in retail that you see?
What you see, of course, this last year has been a bit special, but if we just look in general terms, it's all about experiences now, to create strong experiences through using digital tools in stores, but also actual physical experiences that customer can come in and they can use more than one sense. I think that we at H&M Home, for instance, we have worked with flowers, which is giving an extra sense, and to build on that kind of experience, I think that will be super important. And you can also see that as a trend around the world, that you need to have another reason why you should visit a physical store today. And you have to find those kind of experiences within your business. with our H&M home stores, where we could have flowers, or we have an event area where it could happen different things, where you can embroider maybe your bed linen, or you can laser engrave your cutting board, or whatever it could be, to create those kind of unique experiences, to do it more as a personalized and local adapted experience, which I also think is a super interesting trend, which also triggers, of course, people to visit store stills. There is something in actually the satisfaction of visiting a really cool store with a cool experience that still not the digital world can give, but I think the combination of it can give the full experience.
So the rumor of the retail death is exaggerated?
It's very exaggerated. I strongly believe in retail still, but boring retail is dead. And that is something that I can really underline, because I think that there is no room for boring retail, but to do exciting retail with a great experience.
And how do you do that? How do you create that?
You have to be close to your customer. You have to really understand your business, and with the customer, what the customer expects and what would be a great experience for that customer with your product. So I don't think that you can just say in general terms that you have some buttons that you should push on. You have to really have that close connection with the customer, and then you can create magic still.
It's interesting to talk about senses, because what we try to provide from Turnpike side is a sixth sense to staff, to give them the opportunity to be always in the know of what to do and to serve customers in the best way. Can you talk a little bit about the project that we did together?
Yes, it's been a fun development project, I would say, where we have developed this digital tool for the sales advisors. And also one reason why I think that we from the beginning felt that this was a good idea to do together was also that we could see that this is both something that is making the sales advisors empowered, because they have digital tools to actually free time in the store, and also to feel that they are a little bit more in the forefront of the digital development, which I think is super cool.
So it's a little bit about both being more efficient, effective, and also being more in the know and have a little bit more fun.
Yes, exactly.
One last question. What we try to do is to give a superpower to the employees. If you, Camilla, had a superpower, what would that be?
It's so difficult to choose, because of course, I mean, who doesn't want to have a lot of superpowers? Yeah. But if I have to choose one, I would say, I mean, the last plus 20 years at least, I had roles within H&M where I had the opportunity to travel a lot and to see a lot of things, not only to see places, but to meet people and to meet other cultures. And I think that during the last year, without any traveling, that has at least made me wanting to have that superpower of just teleporting myself to different places.
Like that?
Yes, like that.
Okay.
And then I could visit, I mean, places where I have been, which I love, like New York, London, Paris, Milan, instantly. Or I could go to totally new places where I'm also super curious still to explore.
We have that in our next tech sprint. I'll keep you posted on that one. Yeah.
Perfect. I can be a test pilot. Yes, I would happy to try it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Carl. Thank you.